Once again, Jamaica celebrates National Heroes Day on October 18th. And in honor of that, we are doing a video on our 7 national heroes, right? So let's continue. We did part 1 with Nanny of the Maroons, or our only female national hero, and Sam Sharpe. And there's part 2 where we did Paul Bogle, George William Gordon, and Marcus Garvey. And now we're doing the final 2. We're starting with Norman Washington Manley. Norman Washington Manley was born in Manchester on July 4th, 1893. He was a brilliant scholar, an athlete, soldier at the First World War, and lawyer. He identified himself with the cause of the workers at the time of the labor troubles of 1938 and donated time and advocacy to the cause. In September 1938, Manley founded the People's National Party, which you know is PNP, and was elected its president annually until his retirement in 1969. That's 31 years later. Manley and the People's National Party supported the trade union movement then led by Alexander Bustamante, while leading the demand for universal adult suffrage. When suffrage came, Manley had to wait 10 years and 2 terms before his party was elected to office. He was a strong advocate of the Federation of the West Indies, established in 1958. But when Sir Alexander Bustamante declared that the opposition Jamaica Labour Party, that's JLP for short, would take Jamaica out of the Federation, Norman Manley, already renowned for his integrity and commitment to democracy, called a referendum, unprecedented in Jamaica, to let the people decide. The vote was decisively against Jamaica's continued membership of the Federation. Norman Washington Manley, after arranging Jamaicans' orderly withdrawal from the Union, set up a joint committee to decide on a constitution for separate independence for Jamaica. He himself chaired the committee with great distinction and then led the team that negotiated the island's independence from Britain. The issue settled, Manley again went to the people. He lost the ensuing election to the JLP and gave his last years of service as leader of the opposition, establishing definitively the role of the opposition in a developing nation. In his last public address to an annual conference of the PNP, he said, "I say that the mission of my generation was to win self-government for Jamaica, to win political power, which is the final power for the black masses of my country from which I spring. I am proud to stand here today and say to you who fought that fight with me, say it with gladness and pride, mission accomplished for my generation." And what is the mission of this generation? It is reconstructing the social and economical society and life of Jamaica. So that's the bit of his speech that was included. Norman Manley died on September 2nd, 1969. On October 18, 1969, as per government notice 706 Jamaica Gazette, Manley was conferred with the Order of National Hero along with his cousin, Alexander Bustamante. Alright guys, so that's it for Norman Manley. What do you think? Should he have been given the national hero? based on what he did? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Now let's move on to the final one, the final national hero in Jamaica, Alexander Bustamante. Alright guys, let's go. Now Sir Alexander Bustamante. When Sir Alexander Bustamante began to make his presence felt in Jamaica, the country was still a crown colony. So he was actually born on February 24th, 1884 in Hanover. Such a parish I want to visit. Seems pretty great. Under this system, the governor had the right to veto at all times, which he very often exercised against the wishes of the majority. Bustamante was quick to realize that the social and economical ills that such a system engendered had to be countered by the mobilization of the working class. Pay and working conditions were poor in the 1920s and 1930s. Failing harvests and the layoff of workers resulted in an influx of unemployed people moving from the rural areas into the city. This mass migration did little to alleviate the already tremendous unemployment problem. Bustamante first impressed his name on the society with a series of letters to the Gleaner and occasionally to British newspaper, calling attention to the social and economic problems of the poor and underprivileged in Jamaica. The years 1937 and 1938 brought the outbreak of widespread discontent and social unrest. In advocating the cause of the masses, Bustamante became the undisputed champion of the working class. He also confronted the power of colonial governor, declaring, "Long live the king, but Denham must go." During the troublesome days of 1938, the security forces were everywhere, eyeball to eyeball, with Bustamante and the workers. Labor unrest continued on and off. On September 8, 1940, Bustamante was detained at Up Park Camp for alleged violation of the Defense of the Realm Act. He was released 17 months later. In 1943, he founded the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP for short, with himself as, the leader, the head. The first general election under the universal adult suffrage came in 1944, and the JLP won 22 of the 32 seats. Sir Alexander became the first Prime Minister of independent Jamaica in 1962. He retired from active politics in 1967. He died on August 6, 1977, at the age of 93. On October 18, 1969, as per Government Notice 706 Jamaica Gazette, Bustamante was conferred with the Order of National Hero, along with his cousin, Norman Washington Manley. Alright guys, so that's it. What do you think? Did Bustamante deserve the highest honor of the land, National Hero? Let us know in the comments. So that's it for all seven phenomenal heroes. So let's big them up. Let's give them a round of applause. Snap your fingers. I'm really proud to have them, and without them, would Jamaica be where it is right now? Would it be, because they contributed so much and sacrificed so much so that we could have a better Jamaica. We're still not quite reached there yet. We have a lot of work to do, and we must continue to have the same attributes that our heroes have. or had rather, so that Jamaica can continue to be better and better for the current generation and the future. Together, guys, we can truly do anything, and we don't need the honor of a national hero. They didn't do it for the honor. They did it because they felt it was the right thing to do. It was in their hearts, in their minds, to build a better country. You heard a lot of them preferred to die, as heroes would often say, they prefer to die than to live in a Jamaica that's not free. And today we do question if we are free. So, guys, we have to be everyday heroes for our country, for kids, for our elders, for each other, where we are doing the best we can by our people, by our country. Because Jamaica a free country. We if I take care of it. Alright, guys, so that's it. That's it. National Heroes Day coming up, and of course, you know that Elaine Thompson and Shelley Fraser will be given Order of Distinction Commander Class on that day, along with 142 more Jamaicans. Alright, guys, so do have a safe and great Sunday or Monday whenever you listen to this, right? And stay upful as you can. You'll all be in my prayers. Have a blessed one, a blessed and safe holiday. And until next time, as always, take care of yourself and each other. Oh, and also, feel free to check out the book Out of Many One People. It has snips of Jamaican history with over 40 original artwork that the artist did. So read a great book to have in your library. I truly believe that we should know our history and we should teach others about our history. So you can grab it, the link is below. And also check out our store.